Van D, a dynamic leader with decades of experience building companies and crushing sales. He's been there and done that.
Ladies and gentlemen, hello. My name is Van D.
Inspiring audiences across the country to do it too. Here's Van.
Well, hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Van D podcast. Man, I'm so glad to be with you guys today. I'm pretty excited about our topic is because I'm really big into being an entrepreneur most of my life. I'm really big into setting goals, and it's really hard to sit through a motivational seminar or anything like that where you're learning to get better, a training session where they don't talk about goal setting. Everybody talks about you got to have goals, but what I want to talk to you about is a goal you can achieve starting today. That's what we're going to talk about. Now, most of you know this past year has been not so great. 2020, a lot of depression, a lot of sadness, a lot of mental illness. Just because of everything we've been through with COVID, people weren't working, feeling down, and when you're feeling down, it's not unusual to think about our flaws and think about what's missing in our lives. And we just need motivation, which I hopefully my podcast gets you fired up and gets you motivated. But, we've been feeling a little unworthy or useless at some times. So it's important to set goals that we can achieve now, not where you're saying, in 6 months, I want this to be in my life. In a year, I want to have this paid off. In 2 years, I want this to happen. So we all need to have goals to work towards. Goals help us stay on track. They keep life exciting. And at the very least, goals keep us accountable for our actions. Now, unfortunately, achieving most of our goals will take time and persistence. But the good news I have for you today is there is one goal that you can achieve starting today. You guess what that is? Okay, I've given you enough time to guess. The goal you can start achieving today is, drum roll, you can love yourself more. And you guys are like, what? What did Van Deeb just say? I said the goal that you can start working on today is to love yourself more. That's right. You can set a goal to love yourself more. So you ask yourself, why is that important? When we're happy, let me just tell you this, when we're happy and we love ourselves, we can accomplish more and our happiness will spread to the people around us. So just know, loving yourself is not the same as being selfish. So my question is to you, how can you show love to others if you don't love yourself first? When you care about yourself, everybody wins. So it's my belief that God does not make failures. When He made you, He fully intended for you to be happy and to love who you are. I hope everybody agrees with that. We were not born to be sad. We were not born to be failures. If we mess up in life, it's usually our own doing and no one else's. I know every time I've messed up in my life, I have nobody to blame but me. Obviously, sometimes unfortunate things happen in our lives that we can't control and gives us setbacks. However, I firmly believe that we can correct anything if we set our minds to it. And we can become the person that we want to be. Now, let me ask you this. Will this happen overnight? Probably not. But we can make progress every day to feeling better about ourselves. Now, you've heard me say this in the past. You don't have to be great to get started. You just have to get started to be great. And the thing is that I love about being alive is all of us are on a level playing field. I'm sitting here across from our producer, Cam Broham. Cam, don't you believe all of us have the ability to be anything that we want to be?
Oh, for sure.
So we're all on a level playing field. And we all have this ability to wake up every morning and say, today I'm going to accomplish this. It's like, I know, like this morning you woke up and you said, today I'm going to try to get through being with Van. I put Cam on the spot. That's okay. Hey, what a cool name, Cam Broham. And I got him right here in the room with me. So thank you, Cam.
You're welcome, Van.
Okay, so one of the things that can make us feel awesome is being accepted by our peers. However, now think about this. If we learn to accept and value ourselves, acceptance from our peers will soon follow. So basically, if we want everybody to love us, how are they going to love us if we don't love ourselves first? So people that know me, I have always been a person that wants more. I keep pushing myself. I push myself mostly because I want to use all of my God-given talents while I'm alive so I can find out how much I can accomplish. It's about what I'm trying to accomplish. I want to see what I'm capable of. I know all the talent that is inside of me, but I have to push myself. In order to do that, I have to love who I am. I would not be truthful if I said that I didn't want to impress others. I would be not truthful if I told you that. I want to impress others with my abilities, and especially those in my industry, which has been real estate for almost four decades. Is that wrong? Is that wrong? I want to impress others with my abilities? No, I don't think so. I believe that trying to do my best is part of loving myself, which in turn benefits everybody around me. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're searching for the one person who can change your life, all I ask you to do is to look in the mirror. You have the potential to benefit everybody you come in contact with, to contribute more to society and benefit others if you discover, first of all, how to love who you are. I am completely convinced that loving yourself more can make you a better person. If you think that if you love yourself more, that you can be a better person, let me tell you how to get started in making that happen. Grab a sheet of paper or a pad and a pen. I know this sounds silly, but so what? It's fun to do silly things. Write it, but this is important. This is life-changing. At the very top of this pad, write ways to love myself more. Or maybe you're going to put ways to be kinder to myself. And I want to tell you something, going back to what I said in the beginning. This is a goal that we can achieve now. And we need small victories. You hear people saying, gosh, it's been 5 years and I finally got this goal accomplished. Took him 5 years to have a victory. We as human beings, we need to be excited more than once every 5 years. We need victories often. So some of the things that we can do to be kinder to ourselves, and if you want to write these down, go ahead. If not, come back to this podcast and play it over and over. And by the way, please share this podcast with people you know that could use this, and have them sign up and subscribe to the Van Deeb podcast. And remember, you can do that at Apple, you can do it at Spotify, you can do it at vandeeb.com. So one of the ways that you can be kinder to yourself and love yourself is have more faith in your abilities. Have more faith in what you're capable of. You know, I stand in front of the mirror a lot in the morning when I wake up, and before I throw up, no, just kidding, but I stand in the mirror and I affirm my thoughts out loud. You know why? Because I know this for a fact. I manifest it and I bring it into my universe. When I stand in front of the mirror and I say, today I want to be the bright spot in at least one person's life. Today I want to make a difference in at least one person's life. And I usually will always say, don't come home unless you've been productive. Today I'm going to be productive. Today I'm going to do something great. Today I'm going to do something that benefits me, which in turn benefits others. Now, I don't know what your spirituality is and what your faith is, and it doesn't matter. I'm telling you about what works for me. I pray to God about my intention to become a better person. That's part of my prayers. Please, God, make me a better person. Help me do the right thing. I do it every day, sometimes several times a day. Another thing is my body needs exercise. I want to become physically fit. I want to feel better about myself. I don't want to be on my deathbed saying, you know what, I could have looked better when I was younger. Because you know what? If you look better, you feel better. And if you feel better, you do better. So I want to get more exercise so I can become physically fit. I want to eat better. These are ways to love yourself. I want to eat better because putting better fuel in my body will help me feel great. Makes sense to you? Yeah. You go to a gas station, you put really bad gas in your fuel tank, your car's not going to run very well. Same thing as a human. I know when I used to drink, I'd put booze in my body, felt like crap the next day. Okay? So take care of your body. Eat better because putting better fuel in your body will help you feel better. Stop doing things that eventually make you unhappy. Now, what made me unhappy years and years ago was drinking. It made me unhappy, okay? So I quit. I'm not saying all of you to do that, but if there's things in your life that make you unhappy, quit. Maybe you're doing too many drugs. Maybe you shouldn't be doing any of that. You're the only one that can judge that. There's not going to be people out there in your life saying, hey, let's go over and make John a better person and tell him all the things he needs to do to become better. You got to be the one to make that decision. Don't expect other people to. They may want to because they love you, but you got to love yourself more. Spend more time with like-minded people who want the most out of life. I want to tell you something. That's contagious. Be around more people that are like-minded. People that respect other people. People that treat other people well. You know what I always say? If you hang out with 5 people that treat people poorly, you're going to be the 6th. If you hang out with 5 people that have no ambition and no enthusiasm about becoming better in life, you're going to be the 6th. If you hang out with 5 people that want the most out of life, treat people well, love their spouses, love their significant others, and they want the most out of life, you're going to be the 6th. Spend time with like-minded people who want the most out of life. And you heard me say that earlier. Make it a mission to be the bright spot in somebody's life. I want to tell you what, this last year, there's a lot of people that are hurting. Make it part of your mission every day to seek that person out and to try to do something positive for them. And you know what? Sometimes it's just maybe writing them a handwritten note telling them how they matter to you. Maybe you make a phone call. Hey, Bob, I know it's been a year since we've talked, but I want to let you know I thought about you today and I want to let you know how important you are to me. How long does something like that take? I'm a very big fan of this. Make people feel like they matter. Make it your mission to be somebody's bright spot. And forget the fact that it's going to come back to you 10 times over, because it does. Be a better coworker. Love yourself enough to want to be a better coworker and say positive things to people around you. How do you benefit people by complaining? Hey, John, how you doing today? Well, I could be better if it wasn't raining. I mean, really? Do you have to say that kind of stuff? Can't you think of something nice to say or something positive? Like, thank the good Lord I'm still alive. Think of positive things to say to people. You don't have to be the person that has to complain. The other big important thing I really need you to understand, loving yourself more will allow you to genuinely love others more. It just does. When you feel good about yourself, it's going to open you up more to feel good about others. You know, jealousy is jealousy is terrible. I know people that are jealous of happy people. I've got a really happy fiance. And I mean, she's just a happy person. She loves what she does. She loves life. And I'm sure she's got people that aren't happy that she's happy. So we're constantly talking about being around like-minded people. But we want to always love ourselves as much as we can because it will genuinely help us love others more. And the last thing that I want, there's millions of things we can talk about, and you've got to come up with stuff on your pad and paper about ways that you think will make you enjoy your life better if you love yourself more. The last thing on this list for you is remember, you deserve the best life has to offer. There isn't a person listening to this podcast that can honestly say, I deserve a crappy life. I don't deserve all the benefits that life has to offer. No one ever will say that. I don't care what kind of person you've been in the past. We can change this stuff tomorrow. We can change our mindset tomorrow. You should be saying right now, say it out loud with me. Please, I'm going to ask you to do this right now with me. I deserve the best life has to offer. Let's say it again. I deserve the best life has to offer. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not a dress rehearsal. This is the real deal. If you have the ability to be better to your significant other or your spouse, what are you waiting for? If you have the ability to be a better employee at work and make a difference, what are you waiting for? To you managers out there who you know you can be better at managing your business, managing your employees, what are you waiting for? In order to be able to be comfortable and say, I deserve the best life has to offer, you have to feel that way about serving others. You want everybody you come in contact with to also have the attitude that they deserve the best life has to offer. Everybody benefits. This is a goal you can achieve today. You can stop right now and say, starting tomorrow morning, I'm going to love myself more. And make this a goal. Because if we don't try to achieve goals, who are we letting down? We're letting down ourselves. If you put loving yourself at the top of your to-do list every single day, you will start to experience the benefits it will bring to you, as well as your significant other, your children, your coworkers, and everybody you spend time with is going to see the new you. You can start changing your life today by start loving yourself more. It's victories. We need victories. We need to say that we've accomplished something. And the cool thing about loving yourself more, you're not going to have to say anything because people are going to be saying to you how they've noticed a change in you. Just remember, You have the ability. And what am I going to say next? Those of you that have been in my audiences and my speeches and presentations know what I'm going to say next. You have the ability, so you have the responsibility. If you know that you have the ability to love yourself more, you have the responsibility to love yourself more. It's a choice. It's a choice. Everything we do is a choice. Everything. If you really think about it, everything we do is a choice. We make a choice if we want to work harder. We make a choice if we want to treat people better. We make a choice if we want to go to work a little early to get a jump start on our workday. We make a choice if we want to have one less drink so maybe we don't feel so crappy the next morning. We make these choices. And you know what would be really cool? If you found somebody that's kind of like-minded and that you trust and that you love, and you sit down and talk about what we've talked about in this podcast. Maybe you call up one of your friends and say, hey, John, I listened to the Van D podcast. There's some things I want to change about my life, and I want to see if you want to be my accountability partner and if you want to do it with me. Let's both try to get better. Let's work harder. Let's do this to get better and treat people better. Let's love ourselves more. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's my message today. We need small victories. I want you to continue to set wicked goals. Hold yourself accountable. Track where you're headed in life. Set those goals. Set a 6-month goal, a 1-year goal, a 2-year goal, a 5-year goal. And I want to tell you something. Setting goals is one of my favorite presentations. Every goal I've set, and I'm just telling you this, every goal I've set, I've accomplished. You know why? Because I've made a plan. I've made a plan. And you know what they say about making a plan? If you fail to plan, you're really planning to fail. Hey, I got that right. Sometimes I screw that up. If you ever want me to come in and visit with you, a small group, a big company about setting goals, this is my space. This is my arena. I will help you get to where you want to go. Remember, you have the ability, so you have the responsibility. And like I sign off on all my newsletters, I hope you guys are reading my newsletters. They come out once a month. You can subscribe at vandeeb.com. They're all about what I'm talking to you today about us getting better. But as I sign off on my newsletters, it is so true, especially today. If not now, then when? And if not you, then who? If you're not going to love yourself more, then who's going to? Watch what happens in your life once you make the decision to love yourself more. I want to thank you for being part of this podcast. Please subscribe, rate, review. Send this to somebody. Send this podcast to somebody that could use to listen to it. We have this ability. I could go on for hours talking about loving ourselves and having a better life. Let's make this happen, ladies and gentlemen. We have the ability. What are we waiting for? Have a wonderful day and know you're worth it. God bless everybody.
A Huda Media Production.